This is my August update for the Deck of Panning Project Pan. This project was created by Emily from the channel Emily and Max, and I will have a link to her channel in the description box below, as well as a link to the Google Sheet that has everything that you need to know about this project. It's played with a deck of cards and a game board. It's fun. It's my favorite project. I look forward to filming this every month. If you like project panning and just talking about makeup in general, then stick around. Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. You guys, I just finished my coffee and now I'm very sad. Very sad. So let's go ahead and get into this. Last month, I drew the Two of Diamonds, which at the time was discontinued. I brought in the Item Beauty. This is the Swipe and Glow bronzer in the shade Vibes. And I had very little bit left. I brought this into finish. You guys, look at that. Look at that. It's a mini, but still, it's a bronzer. Like, I'm super freaking excited. And it was on my plan to pan. So, good news there too. I will put that in my little plan to pan bin. It used to be an unofficial plan to pan. Now it's official because I did a video. I'll put that up in the cards if you want to go check it out. So, obviously, rolling out because it's empty. In June, I drew the Four of Clubs, and that was gemstone. Well, my gemstone is a diamond. I had already brought in something for a diamond before, and I don't have anything else with the diamond name, shade, whatever. So I chose the gemstone ruby. My mom's birthstone is a ruby. Anthony's birthstone is a ruby. So I brought in the shade Ruby Rose from Give Me Glow. Beautiful red shimmer. I don't know what I was thinking bringing it in, but it is a beautiful red shimmer. Look at that. Give Me Glow, man. Give Me Glow is so good. I had said when I brought it in that my bestie's birthstone was also a ruby. It isn't. It isn't. I don't remember what it is, but it's June. She's the very end of June. She's the same sun sign, birth sign, whatever, as Anthony and my mom. So I got it mixed up there. But anyway, I put a 5-use goal on this. As of last month, I had no use on it at all. And this month is no different. I don't have any use on her at all. I'm thinking that as we get closer to fall, she might come in because I am more likely to use oranges and reds and things like that in the fall, not so much in the summer. And we all know I'm a seasonal makeup girl. So I don't know if we're going to have any use on that this coming month. Maybe September gets a little fall-like outside, maybe. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. But I don't have any use on it. What I'm really trying to say is I don't have any use on it. So for some happier news, back in June also, I drew the card, the Ten of Hearts, and that was for oldest. And so one of my oldest blushes is Cabana Boy from the Balm. It's pretty. It's a pretty shimmery, not shimmery, glowy. It's a little glowy pink. And I went real ham with that, but that's what it looks like. Very, very pretty. I didn't even realize I have other swatches over here from the last video that I did. Oops. Okay. I had a 10-use goal on this. As of the last update, I had 4 uses. I had 6 more to go. You guys, I finished it. I finished my goal. I didn't finish the blush, obviously, but I finished my goal. I used it 6 more times. Shut up. My computer's making lots of noise. It keeps giving me updates. I don't care. Don't give me updates. I just use it for my spreadsheets. That's the only thing I use this laptop for. So shut up. Anyway, I obviously didn't finish the blush, but I did finish my goal of 10 uses. Yes. And I love this blush. It's so pretty. And again, there's a dip. No pan. After 10 more uses, no pan. So at some point I will hit pan on that. I don't know when, but it'll happen. So back in May, way back in May, I drew the card that shall not be named, the Joker. I got the Joker, you guys. The Joker. The Joker stands for Are You Joking Me? It's for something that you don't want to pan. Since we don't hate pan over here, I did bring in something that I don't use often at all. And those are blue eyeshadows. So I made a little BYOP of blue eyeshadows, specifically glare, specifically for this prompt, for the Joker. How am I doing? Well, I'm going to tell you. Got my little cheat sheet here. I got my little cheat sheet here of all of the shades. First of all, I'll tell you quickly. This top row is Devinah. This is Midnight Nova, Rain Tarts, Swudge, Altair, Calypso Shallows. These are Luxie, Snow Cone, Santa Monica, Alpha, Dark Waters, and Painted Lady. These two are Give Me Glow, Pool Party, Mermaid Waters. So those are the ones that I brought in. I brought in to use twice, every shadow 2 times before I can roll them out. So how have I done? I am so excited to tell you. I'm not done yet, but I have made significant progress. Everything on the top row, all of my Devinah shadows are now rolled out. I used all of them twice. Of the Luxie shadows, Snow Cone and Painted Lady are rolled out. I have used Dark Waters once and Alpha once. So I still have to use these two one more time, and I have to use Santa Monica twice. And then of the Give Me Glow, I've used Pool Party once, Mermaid Waters 0. So I still have to use Pool Party 1 time and Mermaid Waters twice. So these 4, that's not right. You guys, that's not true. Dark Waters is rolled out. My goodness. You guys, Dark Waters, I did not have a line through, and I didn't have my second use. But on my spreadsheet, on my deck of panning project sheet, it is rolled out. So forget everything I just said. Not everything, just the last few things. So these 2 shades and these 2 shades are still in. Let me move that over. Hopefully by next update, this will be rolled out. I don't look for it to be rolled out. I look for, this is what I think. I know power of positivity, but I think that Mermaid Waters is still going to be in here. Pool Party might be done, but Mermaid Waters might still be in. I don't know, you guys. These have more of a turquoise. They're more of a turquoise shade. So I am not going to use those the way that I've been using all of these others. And I'll tell you in a minute how I've been using them, how I've gotten my use out of them. So for now, we're going to move on to, back in June, I drew the 5 of Diamonds, which was Spotlight a Panner. And I decided to spotlight Donna from the channel My New Obsession. And I brought in the Nude Sticks blush in the shade Fruit Punch. This is the Nude Stick stacks. They're magnetic. They all magnet together. They all stick together. Donna influenced me to buy the Nude Stick stacks. I'm so happy that she did because they're beautiful. She did not influence me to buy this shade. I took that upon myself. Silly. And it is a red, but it blends out. That's what it looks like, but it blends out beautifully. I put a 5-use goal on this, you guys. There it is. It's beautiful. I put a 5-use goal on this, and as of last update, I had 2 uses on it, so I just needed to use it 3 more times. You guys, I did that. I used it 3 more times. And while I'm happy that this is rolling out, I'm sad that Donna is rolling out. I like talking about Donna. She's one of my friends. So, that is rolling. You know what? Why don't I just have my volume down on my laptop? Hey, that's an idea. So sadly, Donna is rolling out, but all good things must come to an end. So last month, I drew the 9 of Hearts, which again was oldest. I did not know what I was going to bring in at all, but I got the idea because some of my oldest palettes were my ColourPop 9 pan palettes, 9 and 12 pan palettes. I went through a buying spree for the 9 and 12s a few years ago. So those were some of my oldest palettes. I have since depotted all of those palettes, but I still have many of the shades. So I made a little BYOP, another BYOP, and you guys, this is my perfect color story. I had so much fun with this. I loved using this. I'm going to keep it as a little BYOP for a while, even though it's rolling out. I had a 10 use goal on this. I used it 12 times. I couldn't stop using it. And I used this along with this a lot. So many times I used all of the mattes. I didn't use any of the shimmers, you guys, but I only had to use the palette 10 times. I didn't use any of the shimmers. I used this as an opportunity to bring in other shimmers that I love. I loved using this. Like I said, I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it as a little palette for a while. And I loved using it with my blue shadows. These, the shadows that were more purpley or just regular blue and not the more turquoise colors went with these shades so much. If I think about it, I'll put a couple of pictures up here so you can see how I used it, and I freaking loved it. I loved it. So finally, last month, I drew in another card. I knew that I was going to be done with the Cabana Boy pretty quickly, and so I drew an extra card. An extra card, because it was the seventh item that I have in here, which I started with 5, but I do this every year. Anyway, it was the 3 of clubs, and the prompt was tourist. Because the prompt says, a foreign brand, a product inspired by a country you've visited or wish to. Well, I've never visited Australia. Don't really want to, actually, because I mentioned big snakes that kill you and big bugs that kill you. But the Nomad Sydney Bathers, this is the shade Balmoral Beach. Balmoral Beach is in Australia. So this is the highlighter that I brought in. It is gorge. I put a 5 use goal. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I put a 5 use goal on this. I really thought it would last me a couple of months because I don't wear a lot of highlighter, you guys. I just don't. But it's a very subtle highlighter. It's not like, you know, disco ball. So I used this all 5 times. So this is also rolling out. Yes. So I have 5 rollouts, but you guys, I'm only drawing 4 cards. I want to get it back down to 6 products. I don't mind 6 products. I don't really want 7 products. So we still have Ruby Rose that I have to use 5 times, and then we still have a few shades left of that. That's where I keep it. I keep it in there so I can see it. So I'm getting my cards out here. I have my Betty cards. There's one Joker. This is the other Joker. This is the Joker that I'm keeping in because this one is bad luck. Bad luck. I'm going to shuffle. We're going to look at the game board. Let me bring it up so I can see it. I have not looked at the game board yet. Going to do some shuffling and talk about the game board. What do we have? We have Splurged, favorite category, Mocha Mousse. That's my jam right there. Whole collection roulette. I've never had whole collection roulette. I think that would be fun. I do have all of my products in a spreadsheet to where I can just do a random number generator and it would tell me what to use. Warm tone, that's a good time of year for that, I guess. The veto is in the house. If I got the veto, would I veto my BYOP? I'm really close to being done. Would I do that? I don't know. I don't know if I would or not. Wishlist dupe. I really don't have one of those, but I'm sure I would find something. Astrology sign. Brand you and the most from. Represents another project again. Another spotlight of planner. Oh, that would be great. I would love that. Matches nails. That would be fun. That would be fun. Okay, you guys, one more shuffle. I'm going to cut the deck. Cutting the deck, I'm going to draw 4 cards off the top. Queen of Clubs. Like I said, face cards and aces stay the same. So a black or a red queen is going to be pick your space. So it has to be in that same suit. Wishlist dupe, favorite color, hit a pan, primer, bronzer, astrology sign, gemstone, brand you own the most from, or glittery. I'm gonna think about that for just a minute. Just a minute. She's upside down. Why is she always upside down? 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs is glowy. All right then, I like that. 6 of hearts. 6 of hearts is mocha mousse. Yay. Yay. Okay, one more. 7 of spades. 7 of spades is mini or a sample. What did I tell you? I put it out in the freaking universe. Mini or a sample. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go in like I did last time, because last time I got mini or a sample, I brought something in that's going to take years to finish. So I'll have to look through my minis and samples and see what they have in there, or what I have in there. So I'm going to go pick my things. I'll let you know what I chose for the pick your space. When we come back, you guys, we'll discuss. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, we are back. We are back, and I'm really happy with what I chose. Are they easy? Probably, but I still have the blues left to use, and I still have, Anthony's texting me right now. He wants to go eat, and I'm like, give me 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes, and we can go. We can go. Okay. Anyway, I still have the blues. I still have some blues to use, and I still have that ruby rose to use, and I don't want anything that's going to be really difficult. So this is what I chose. For the Queen of Clubs, which is always pick your space, I chose the 7 of Clubs, which was astrology sign. Well, my astrology sign is a Taurus. And yes, I am a true bullheaded, stubborn-ass Taurus. I am. So I brought in the OG BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and the shade Taurus is this one right here. And I will swatch it for you. These are still performing so lovely. Look at that. Look at it. It's so pretty. Where's my, there it is. So I have to use that shade, just that shade, 10 times. 10 times I'm using the shade Taurus. You know, I used to have, did I used to have, no, I didn't. The Melt Cosmetics little Zodiac palettes that they had. I had the fire signs and the air signs. I didn't have the earth. I didn't have the one with the Taurus. I was thinking I did, but I didn't. Then I drew the 6 of spades, which is glowy. And I brought in the MAC Glow Play Blush in the shade Blush Please. And I have not used this yet. MAC had a sale, 40% off. I picked up a couple of Glow Play blushes because they have been on my radar for the longest. It's a very light, almost like your skin but better type of blush. I can't wait to use it. So my MAC order that this came from was a complete fiasco. It was. I'm just saying. So I have to use this. I'm going to use this 10 times. 10 times. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, it's basically my skin tone. Yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it 10 times. If nothing else, I'll get a beautiful glow from it. This is probably more of a winter, although the shade is more of a summer fall. So I'm going to use this 10 times. And then, so the 6 of Hearts was the next card that I drew, and that is Mocha Mousse. That is the Pantone color of the year. Of all of the Pantone colors that have come out, this one is my favorite. I love Mocha. I love the shade Mocha and all of the shades that kind of intersect with that color story. So I'm bringing in the Beauty Creations Boudoir Shadows 9-pan palette, and it is beautiful. Are these maybe a little warmer than a Mocha? Yes, but I do love this palette. They are some really beautiful brown tones. So I'm bringing this in. And I'm bringing this in for 10 uses. I got this from Leanna. Leanna decluttered it, and I saw it on her declutter video, and I said, hey, can I have that? Because she had already asked me, if there's anything you want, let me know. So, and also, I think that this will go really well with that Taurus shade. So there's the Taurus shade, and there is the palette. I think it will. Mocha is maybe a little bit more cool toned than this, but I'm still bringing this in. It's my project. I do what I want. So I'm bringing this in for 10 uses. So excited. And then finally, for the 7 of Spades, it was mini or sample. Well, these are all CeraVe minis or samples. I think there's a couple of rock in there. La Roche-Posay. There's a couple of La Roche-Posay. How this came to be in my possession is my mom works for a non-profit doctor's office, and they are for people that cannot afford to go to the doctor, and they have many, many different types of doctors that come in there. There is a general practitioner, a nurse practitioner, there is a someone that for mental health, there's a dermatologist, there's an OBGYN, all of that kind of thing. So the dermatologist loves my mom, which most people do, love my mom, and he brought her a bag of samples when he was dropping off samples for the center. So yeah, so she gave these to me because she washes her face. That's it. She just washes her face. She doesn't really use moisturizer. Even though I keep buying it for her and telling her to use it, she might use a moisturizer now. But she doesn't do a whole lot with her skincare. I know. But anyway, so she gave me these. And so I'm just going to, I dropped one. So I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to choose something. This is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser for normal to dry skin. So I'm going to use this. Obviously, I'm going to finish it, use it to completion, and I like CeraVe, so I was really happy. She asked me if I wanted it. I was like, yeah, what else are you going to do with it? She's not going to use it. So, yeah, all right. So to recap, I have to use the Pool Party once, the Mermaid Waters twice, the Santa Monica twice, and then the Alpha one time. So those 4 shades are the only things that I still have to use from the BYOP. And then, oh, Ruby over here, to use her 5 times. We'll see. We'll see, you guys. Let me know, are you doing this project? How did you do this month? Let's start a conversation in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.